Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Rory Da Costa. I'm a transformational coach, master hypnotherapist, and qualified in a few other things as well. But they're the main two things that I help everyone with. Now, what I want to talk about today is some of the causes for anxiety. I believe I have a few that most people aren't aware of. There's some uncommon ones that through my years of experience and after going through and curing my anxiety and coming out on top of it, that I found to really be there, that normally don't get talked about. You know, I've seen psychologists and this and that for a long time, and this was never sort of spoken about. It was always other things. So yeah, the most common that everyone will tell you is past traumatic events, which is the most common thing. It's very, very common, whether it was abuse or whatever that looked like, physical, non-physical, whatever it might have been. You know, there can be stuff like relationship breakups, divorces, you know, parents separating, simple things like that. Another one that's sort of overlooked, I believe, is stomach health. Like gut health is a really, really important thing. If your microbiome's out and it's putting your chemicals and all your hormones out of balance, it can do crazy things to the mind and body. So that's definitely something to look at as well. But the main one I wanted to talk about today was unworthiness. Unworthiness is such a big player for anxiety, and I see this play out everywhere, and this was a big one for me. It was sort of like I always was so worried about doing well, or so worried about failing, or so worried about like doing the wrong thing in front of somebody. Like I remember at school, I literally would write out my oral assignment, take it to school, and then tell the teacher that I didn't have it because I was so scared about getting up in front of the classroom and having to speak it just in case I did something wrong. And that come from an unworthiness. There was just like this deep inner piece in me that I felt wasn't there at the time. I grew up without my parents together. I never had that father figure to really put that that piece in me that I needed, or you know that would have been very, very handy to fill that worthiness piece. So over the years, and I started doing all this work, and you know, that's how I got into this line of work. I did some breakthroughs of NLP and hypnosis and timeline, all these bits and pieces, and literally I was like a new man. It was absolutely unbelievable. So I was like, okay, went and got all my qualifications, and now that I'm teaching this, I'm running courses for this, I'm seeing it a lot that it's very much overlooked. Like one of the most common root causes is like either unworthiness or not good enough. So these are what we call limiting beliefs. So if these are created at a young age, so a limiting belief, especially those two that I just spoke about, it can be something as simple as mum and dad told you they're going to pick you up at school at 3 o'clock and their phone went flat, they couldn't ring the school, and they were stuck in traffic, and they didn't get there until 4 o'clock. And subconsciously in your mind, your subconscious mind, which is 95% of your brain, that feeds the conscious everything, that it feeds it all the programs, the stories, the patterns and beliefs, yeah? It made up at that point that you weren't worthy. Simply, it went, mum and dad have left me here. I've obviously done something wrong. I'm not worthy of their love. I'm not worthy of their time. I'm just not worthy. Like they don't care about me. Yeah. Or it could have been that they, in your mind, the subconscious mind made up the belief that I'm not good enough. Like I'm not good enough. They didn't even pick me up from school. Like I am not good enough. When these two underlying things are programmed, like those beliefs are so strong, if they are seated in your subconscious mind, they will affect everything you think, do, say. You'll constantly be second guessing yourself. Oh, should I go for that job interview? Oh no, what if they say no? Everything, anxiety will just be coming up everywhere, over and over again. Relationships, like, should I speak about that? Something simple where you might have made your way up in a corporation and you've got to do a speech in a boardroom to its members, and your mind's going, oh, I can't do this. What if I fail? Like, what if I... Who cares? Who cares if you make a fool of yourself? Who cares? When you have an unwavering love for yourself, like a self-worth, and know that you're good enough, no matter what the outcome, just knowing that every moment is just a thing and we get to leave it behind and walk forward. If we love and believe in ourselves, nothing can really distract us. Nothing can shake us off our course. So yeah, that is just something I wanted to talk about. It's it's a little bit concerning to me that it's not really spoken about enough. Those two things, like this unworthiness, is what we call root causes, I believe, are massive for most people, like that have at least general anxiety for sure. So yeah, just wanted to jump on, share that little bit of knowledge today. If you have a look around on my YouTube channel, there's actually some free stuff that will help you reprogram the subconscious mind. It's like I said before, it's 95% of the mind. So if we can reprogram that, it feeds the right information up to the conscious. So for instance, if I'm walking in, I speak in front of, 50, 100, 200 people sometimes now. And, before I would go to walk up and talk and I'd be like, oh, can I do this? And all. Sometimes those things, well, it doesn't really happen now. Maybe at the start that happened. It would come up, but then my subconscious program would go, no, you're worthy of doing this. Let's go. So it's really important because I've changed the program that's telling the conscious mind, it's feeding it. So yeah, there's heaps of stuff like that on this YouTube channel. I'll be adding all the time. There's one especially that's really good for this. It's called Overcome Anxiety Hypnosis. If you listen to this every day, it will really start to see change. Instead of when you go to walk up and do something and that doubt kicks in, you might still have the pattern there of like, can I do this? And then your mind will go, yes, I can, let's go. I got this. That's what you want. So that's it from me for now. I just wanted to share this with you. Hope you are having an absolute amazing day, week, night, wherever you are. Thank you. I love you, and I hope to talk to you soon.